Just to recap very quickly, one of the reasons which led, I believe, to the removal of the then Chief Justice was dysfunctionality within the judiciary. There were judges at the time in the judiciary that did not support Justice Fatiaki's leadership. And instead of working together as a united team of judges, a number of judges in that cohort worked systematically to undermine his leadership and colluded with other persons outside the judiciary who had an agenda to weaken the judiciary and to remove what they perceived to be an impediment to the coup which eventually occurred in December 2006.
I was mentioned so often by Mr. Leung that I really needed to defend myself. Yes, I was removed by the last government, well, not by the last government, those who were part of the last government anyway, in 2007. But I accept the shortcomings in my leadership. I accept everything that has fallen from Mr. Leung about the judiciary. But my intervention is not something about which is personal to me. That, according to Emitai, should be in a book that I should write about my life. What I want to share with this group is what I call the weaponization of the law. And that has been something new, not only to me, but to our nation. The law is passed by Parliament. It is meant to be blind. It refers and applies to everyone evenly. No one is above the law. It's a very common cliche, and that's supposed to be true. What happened was that the law, which withstood quite a large number of coups, I think the previous coups never really touched the judiciary as badly as the last one. And that's all part of the weaponizing of the law. We saw it being applied unevenly to our people. We saw our people being denied access to the courts to seek relief and redress for wrongs that had been done to them. We saw blatant wrongs that were shoved under the carpet and completely forgotten about. These are not unfamiliar scenarios that I've described for you that occurred in our country in the past 16 years. That's what I call the weaponization of the law. If we are ever to rethink and review these things, it is very, very important that we maintain the checks and balances that the law has and de-weaponize it. The law is the final resort for the people against their governments, against assailants, against people who steal from them. That's what the law provides. And if you start tampering with that, so that those who commit crimes the law cannot punish, and those who steal get away with it, and you start using prosecutorial and investigating authorities as attack dogs and weapons, that cannot be allowed to happen, because people fear the law and lose respect for it. And if you lose respect for the law, the country becomes lawless.